Hey guys, just wanted to review real fast before we do today's pages. So last Thursday, I think, we started learning about service workers, and services are jobs that people do to help others. So some examples that we learned about were police officers, school nurses, librarians, taxi drivers, truck drivers, and street sweepers. So they all provide a service. They're all doing something that help you. They're not like giving you a good. So there's some examples of service workers. Then we learned about how they need skills and that a skill is knowing how to do something. So doctors and nurses need special skills to help people. They have to know how to use all the equipment and they have to know all about people's bodies and things like that to be able to help us. And then specialize was our other vocabulary word. And if you specialize in something, that means you do one thing very well. So an eye doctor specializes in eyes and they know a lot about eyes, but maybe they might not know as much if you have like a sore throat or something about like that. So let's continue reading today about some other service workers. We also have service workers in our schools. Principals, nurses, librarians, cafeteria workers, janitors, and teachers work in our schools. These service workers all have skills that help them do their jobs. Some teachers specialize in one subject like math, science, and reading. Other teachers have to know how to teach music or physical education. Okay, so our enrichment teachers, they kind of specialize in one thing. So Ms. Shibi specializes in music, where Ms. Castile specializes in Spanish. And then same thing with middle school. Miss Landry specializes in religion. Mr. Miet specializes in science. So each teacher in middle school kind of has one or two subjects that they really focus on. And then even third, fourth, and fifth grade teachers, they have a couple subjects that they focus on, unlike pre-K to second grade where your teacher teaches everything. So right here for number 3, it says, write the name of a worker at your school who specializes in one area. So do not put me because it's not me. So think of all your enrichment teachers or middle school teachers, and that would probably be your best answer for that. So Miss Daigle, Miss Accardo, Miss Denton, Miss Shibi, Miss Miller, Miss Castile, or any of your middle school teachers, Miss Berry, Mr. and Mrs. Wilder, Miss Briette, Miss Quintero, Mr. Miet, Miss Landry, Miss Lott, teaches science. I think I got it. Might have forgot someone. Hopefully I didn't. All right, and then we have government workers. Police officers and firefighters are government workers. Communities pay these workers with money from taxes. A tax is money collected by a government to pay for services. Government leaders, such as mayors, governors, and even our president, are paid from taxes too. So what you need to know from this page is some examples of government workers. So police officers, firefighters, mayors, governors, president, those are all examples of government workers, and they work for the government. And we talked about this in another chapter, but how do they get paid? They get paid from taxes. So back then we learned taxes pay for services, and you might not have been 100% sure what a service is, but now it kind of makes a little more sense. So services are the people who they help us with something. So you're not getting a good from them. And if you want to pause it and highlight real fast, that's the only thing we're going to highlight today. So police officers and firefighters are government workers, and then a tax is the money collected by a government to pay for services, and then government leaders such as mayors, governors, and even our president pay from taxes. So you just need to know examples of government workers and then that they're paid from taxes. And then we have one more short paragraph. People who work for the post office are government workers too. They work hard to make sure they work hard to make sure people all over the United States receive mail. So it says underline it 3 government workers. So one of them is people who work at the post office. So your mail lady or mailman, they are a government worker. And then back to the bottom. Police officers, firefighters, mayors, governors, president. So I underlined 6, but so you can do only 3 or you can underline them all. So those are people who work for the government. And then I'm going to skip to number 6 first. How do we pay for community services? We pay for our services by taxes. And then we can just kind of talk about number 5. It says, what is one reason it is important for some workers to have special skills? So obviously if you focus on one thing, you're kind of are better at it, but obviously some workers have to have special skills to keep us safe or to keep us healthy. I wouldn't want someone doing a surgery or working on me if they've never learned those skills or how to use that equipment or about the body parts. So obviously doctors definitely need those special skills, and lots of jobs need skills people need special skills to do their jobs, but probably a big one is doctors. So that is your important information for this lesson.